Yep, it's that time of year again. Christmas is almost upon us. I've got some good recommendations for any woodworker in your life, and if you're a woodworker watching this, send this to the person that needs to buy you gifts this year, because I've got some pretty good recommendations. So let's get right into it. First up on the list is these fish wood twist drill bits. I know drill bits don't seem that exciting, but these drill bits are super nice, and I didn't realize this myself until I bought these. Having really nice drill bits is really nice. Something that cuts incredibly cleanly, reduces tear out, and just in general is a super easy and good addition to the shop. Again, I said these are from Fish, and you can buy these on Amazon now. I'll drop a link below. But they also have a bunch of different sets with different amounts, so it's budget friendly. You can choose a certain amount, buy one or two or what have you, or buy the full set if you're feeling like giving a really good gift this year. And on that train of thought, the same brand, Fish, makes sets of Forstner bits, which these have been used a ton in my shop since getting them. They just cut significantly better than any Forstner bit I've ever used, and they are incredibly sharp and have stayed sharp. All of these Forstner bits are forged, and so they have a much harder and stronger edge. And yeah, well worth the investment. They have smaller sets than this big set because it is a pretty expensive set of Forstner bits. And the woodworker in your life is gonna be like, what? How did you know to buy me Forstner bits? But they're gonna be stoked, especially once they use them for the first time. The next one on the list is this Chinois stainless steel square. And I actually use this mostly on my table saw, ensuring that my blade is square. And then when I need to go to a 45, I have a nice reference edge for this 45. But Chinois is a really nice, affordable company that makes nice and accurate squares, and I recommend most all of what they sell. So if you want a more affordable option than some of the woodpeckers on the market, this is a great quality square. They do a lot of quality work for the price point. So check out Chinois. That would be my recommendation. And I put this in my video last year, but I'm gonna put it again in this year's because we did officially launch the Maine woodworking event last year, and it was honestly a huge success. If you went to the event and are watching this video, drop it in the comments down below, let people know your thoughts. We really think it was worth your time, and we had a ton of people travel from out of state, which honestly was super incredible to see and get to chat with all those people. But this year we're doing it bigger and better. We're turning it into a 2-day event, bringing a lot more companies, sponsors, and presenters in. And yeah, it's just gonna be another amazing time. August 8th and 9th in Scarborough, Maine. That's right next to the Portland airport, literally 10 minutes away. And so it's super easy to get to, but the Maine woodworking event, really hope that some of you guys can make it. We can't wait to turn this into a bigger and better yearly event for all of us to be part of the community and enjoy some time socializing and learning about woodworking. So the Maine woodworking event, follow the Instagram, go to the website. I'll link it all below. You can technically buy your tickets now, and yeah, it'll be a good time. But thanks again for being a part of it for our first year if you were, and we really look forward to welcoming you for our second year. All right, and the piece de resistance of my list is this Bad Axe dovetail saw. This is handmade, hand set, hand sharpened by the incredible folks over at Bad Axe. They make some of the best saws on the market. You know, scratch that. The best saws on the market. This is a Western style saw, meaning it cuts on the push stroke instead of an Eastern style saw, which cuts on the pull stroke. This is a fantastic saw. Personally, I prefer most Eastern style saws, but I find this thing incredibly easy to cut with, and it's just incredibly sharp, and it's just a great saw. So again, I love to support smaller businesses that create quality, long-lasting tools. And the price tag, of course, is a little bit more than some other saws on the market, but once you start cutting with this saw, you know why. And honestly, it's not even that expensive for what it is. Well worth it. And this one, I would say, as woodworkers ourselves, we love and appreciate good woodworking. And this is a mechanical pencil with a beautiful burl. I actually don't even remember what kind of burl this is. Maybe this is Mappa burl. But this one in particular is made from Brian over at Bony Boards. I'm going to link him down below. And if you guys feel the need, I would go purchase a pen from him before he gets slammed out for the season. And the best part is you get to support another small maker. So I'll link his stuff below. Again, it's Brian at Bony Boards Wood Shop, and he does some incredible turning. So reach out to him and see if he can't make you a custom pen for the holiday season. Next on the list is really any finish from Sutherland Wells. My friends over at Sutherland Wells are incredible, and they make some really truly amazing finishes. I have a little desk sitting right in front of me that's finished with this, and top-notch quality. I've used a lot of finishes, and I finish pieces in a lot of different finishes, and I'm never unhappy with what I get from Sutherland Wells. If you are gonna pick some up, reach out to them. They are super responsive and super knowledgeable about their product, and they will direct you in the right path if you don't know what you're looking for. And when you're checking out, use code Honer Farms, Hoener Farms, and I believe you get a discount, and a friend in the community will get a little cutback from that. So support other makers and buy this finish. You won't go back to what you were using before, I'll tell you that much. It's so nice. This next item is a little bit more niche, I would say. If you have an experienced woodworker in your life or are an experienced woodworker, I would recommend getting a vacuum press. And this is my first vacuum press I got this year. If you watched my video on the Rubo workbench, you'd know I absolutely fell in love with this machine. Vacuum pressing and vacuum bagging is such a cool technique in woodworking, and I can't wait to dive more into it myself. This is Vacuum Press is the brand. They're actually made here in Brunswick, Maine, about 30 minutes from me, which is pretty cool. And you'll need to buy a bag for the press as well. And that'll get the woodworker started and just give them the itch to get into more vacuum bagging. Again, Vacuum Press, this is their entry-level model. And the only difference between this and all of their other models on their website is how quickly this sucks the air out of the bag. They all pull the same amount of vacuum, but this one just pulls the air out slower, so you're limited in your bag sizes. A little tip for you is that you can use your shop vac in your shop to remove the majority of the air from the bag first, then hook this guy in, and it works just as well. Highly recommend it. Again, not the most cheap thing, but hey, woodworking's not cheap. Next on the list is Boss Dog Wood Glue. I picked some of this up recently and have been using it. I used it all for my workbench here, and I've been super impressed with it. And this is one of the things that I would prefer to support a small business buying my wood glue from. So I'm happy to support him in that and buy my wood glue from him instead of buying it at the big box store. So Boss Dog Wood Glue, this is their dark. It's really good for walnut. This is kind of their standard. And then this is their clear, which dries clear. They also make an outdoor version, I believe, which I have not picked up yet, but probably will. Super happy with this product so far. It's one of the more affordable options on this list, so pick that up and try it out. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about my sustainer wall behind me. Now, I know that would be a crazy Christmas gift. I don't know your budget, but that would be pretty wild. But you don't have to buy this whole system. You can buy sustainers individually, and each one has some really cool features. I'm gonna pull a couple of these sustainers out, and we'll talk about the specifics of them. We've got some pretty unique sustainers, and definitely they have uses in everybody's shop. This is one of my favorite sustainers in the whole system. And it basically is a sustainer that has 3 individual drawers that you can add dividers into, and it all locks closed. This is the Sortainer 3M337, but again, this is a super cool system. It locks in with all the other sustainers like they all do, but the 3 drawers are super useful. I am about to fill it entirely up with all my dominoes. And yeah, it's just all around super cool. Not a lot of people know that sustainers have a bunch of different options on their website. This is from Sustainer USA. Again, this is the Sortainer 3M337, one of my favorites, closely followed up by this next one. This right here is probably my second favorite sustainer in my system, and this is called the Sustainer Rack 6 M337. And the reason I love this, as you can see, is it has 6 individual sustainers within this system. And I use this for my small part storage. I have smaller screws in here, and I've yet to fill the system up entirely, but the usability of this, being able to pop this out, take it where I need to go. If I'm going to an installation of a table or something, I just pack one of these sustainers up and take it with me, so it has my hardware, extra hardware, screws and extra screws, and a couple other miscellaneous things. And I can take this little sustainer with me, but then when I get back to the shop, it just pops right back into the box. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. This is the Sustainer Rack 6 M337, one of my favorites. While we're talking about sustainers, I'm gonna bring up the Sustainer Organizer M89, and you can get it with a bunch of different levels of inserts inside. All of these are removable. The coolest thing about this system is that there is a grid system on the bottom of the box and the top of the box, so you don't have to fill it with individual boxes. You can put individual boxes spaced out like this, lock it down, and flip it and shake it, and everything is locked in place, won't spill out of the boxes or anything like that. So this system is a must-have for more small part storage, things like that. It's just a great addition to the shop. Next thing on the list I'm gonna recommend is the Pica screw. Now, this unassuming screw doesn't look that crazy. It just is a brass flat head, but you might notice there's nothing to screw it in with. No Phillips or flathead, and the beauty in this thing is in the engineering. There is a special fastener that sinks into the top, and you're able to tighten or unscrew this, and then it springs back and looks like it's completely flush and super cool. But these are from Andy Klein over at Incline, and I'll link him below, of course. Go buy some of these. He also has some really other incredible products on there. Go check his stuff out. Pica screws, super cool. And that's my Christmas 2026 Woodworker shopping list. That's a mouthful, but thanks for watching. I hope there was something in here that maybe gave you an idea or something that you'll buy for the woodworker in your life, or that you saw in here that you want. So hope it helped. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. It's a fun little yearly thing we do here. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video, which should be a shop tour. So looking forward to that. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. Turn on notifications so you know when the next video drops, and we'll see you then. Bye. And I'm finding out it's like a puzzle game when you need to fit them all back in. But I'm kind of good at puzzle games, so I kind of nailed it. For you. Oh, I have one more item. Shoot. Oh, I didn't record that. Shoot, that was a perfect outro. Crap. Third video. Nah, I don't even need to say that. put it right back on the wall. Better X2 works. Pen, 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 and pen, pen, and pen. Wisconsin, USA. I'm not gonna put that in the bloopers.